Greetings, my people. It's Mr. PDT yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. I'm just about to do a brief broadcast, zooming in on the gay relationship between Jackie and Tinashe. Now, I want you to listen to me and listen to me carefully. When I say Jackie and Tinashe, I want you to understand in the course of this conversation, that's how I'm going to address J. Israel. They call him Jackie back home because I want them to know that I have excavated a lot of information about them. And Tinashe is Prof X. Okay? So that's what we're going to do.
So, I thought I should dive in some allegations and in some accusations that were leveled against me about 5 months ago by the so-called guy Solomon. This guy has been coming up with different stories about my person, and he has been saying a lot of things about my person. And I believe I'm collateral damage. But the reason why I'm doing this episode is to just, expose the extent to which someone can fabricate lies and the extent to which hatred can cause people to behave in ways that are not healthy to the reputation of others. I have spoken about so many prophets myself. I've spoken about so many pastors myself. I've exposed so many charlatans myself. There's no single day that I ever made up a story and then I came here, then I started narrating that story as if I have evidence or as if it's true. When I come and talk about Jeremiah Omoto Fofein, this is not a story that I made up about a child that went missing at his church. When I come and then I talk about Chris Okafo having slept with or manipulated young ladies to bed, I'm not coming up with all those stories. I'm playing a voice recording of a woman who has confirmed to me her identity and who is giving me a narration of what she experienced with this man called Chris Okafo. There is no single man that I have ever touched without background information or without supporting information of what I'm presenting to the public. Some of you might wonder why they are not suing me. Because everything I talk about, I can back it up. Everything I stand for, I call them charlatans, false prophets. They are faking miracles. They are faking prophecies. I can back all that up. Imagine if a charlatan takes me to court for calling him a false prophet or he's faking miracles. I'm just going to go with a crippled to the court to defend myself and ask him to demonstrate his power of what he is claiming to heal. So when it comes to this brother called Solomon Ashons, he's one man that creates lies. He's the one man that creates stories just to harm someone's reputation or just because he probably has an evil agenda against that particular person. 5 months ago, to those of you who are joining me for the first time, or to those of you who have been walking with me along this Journey of the Enlightenment series, I'm sure by now you know my pattern. I've been accused so many times on different platforms, but there's no single time that I will respond when I'm being accused. I always wait because lies don't stay for long before the truth comes out. I always give those accusations time. And at this particular time, when this brother called Solomon came out saying that I'm gay, saying that I'm sleeping with J. Israel, I just listened to those things and they did not even cause any effect to me. I did not even feel bad about it. And I'm glad that the people that follow me, the people that know me, none of them ever questioned me to say, Prof, we are hearing that you are gay. How far true is this? Because some of the people that are here with me, that have been with me, they know where I stand. They know my motives. There is nothing that I'm hiding. And whenever they hear lies about me coming up from the streets of social media, they automatically dismiss those lies. They do not even entertain those kind of lies. This brother came as if he had evidence of what he was speaking, of evidence of what he was talking about. And he laid allegations on me. And he claimed that I was sleeping with J. Israel. The question I'm asking now, simply because it has been proven to the world that Solomon does not have any sources. Solomon gossips. Solomon takes information from unreliable, unconfirmed information and presents it to the public as facts. This video was done, I think, about 5 months ago, and it has 15,000 people that watched it. Now, there are probably some 15,000 people out there that watched that video, that went away, or that still believe, some of them that are against me, because no one can ever be on my side. Not everyone can be on my side. There are sons and daughters of charlatans who are also against what I'm doing, who are believing that what this brother was saying was true, who are believing that Solomon Izang actually has evidence of Prof X being gay. Now it has come to our attention due to the recent exposure that he did, saying that J. Israel is dead, that there is nothing that he brings to the public that is verified. And I'm using this opportunity to also exonerate myself so that you all know that everything that he has been saying about me, none of it is true. He has said Prof X is a scammer. And I have come out here to say, if there is anyone that I have scammed, he said Prof X used to scam people in East London. Prof X used to scam people with Forex. Prof X used to scam so and so and so. And I'm saying, and all this that he is saying is not because someone approached him and told him that I'm a scammer. All this is just coming out of hatred. The reason why Solomon hates me so much, I still do not know. And I have always come on this platform to say, if there is anyone that I have ever scammed, please do not hesitate. Don't come to me. Go to Solomon with the proof. Not just with the proof. Okay, don't go with proof. Just go and give your testimony to Solomon or to any blog around and tell them how Prof X scammed you. Do you think with the way that I'm known now, with the way that I've got public's attention, all those that I've hurt in the past, don't you think they can use this opportunity to come and expose me and go to these platforms and bring their evidence that Prof X scammed them? He is now attaching my person with J. Israel. I know him and J. Israel are enemies. So he probably puts us in one basket to say, okay, because J. Israel was doing this, and that, so automatically Prof X was doing the same. And all that is just trying to kill two birds with one stone. That is how I became collateral damage in the fight between Solomon and J. Israel. I just had to become someone that stands to be accused as well of all those things he was accusing to Jay. So in that broadcast, I just want you to listen to the things that he said before we jump into I saw in my previous video, so many people showed interest in knowing why there's so much hate between J. Israel and Solomon. So I'm going to run that story first, but before I run that story first, I just wanted to exonerate myself. And I want to thank God for exonerating me, because this is how God works. God allows lies of this nature to trade, to go around. And when his time is about to come, he's always vindicated his own. Honestly speaking, I feel vindicated. And to me, it's more proof that when Solomon comes and then he tells people that he has sources, he has heard, he has primary information of what he's accusing, whoever that he's accusing, 99% of the time, it's just someone who hates someone that approached him and gave him a false story. So I want you to listen to his accusations about me, and we can have a little bit of analysis on it. And then eventually in my next episode, we might jump into 1 or 2 episodes to explain why there's so much hate between these two brothers. So this was the video that he did, alleging what he was alleging about me. Check it out.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. I'm just about to do a brief broadcast, zooming in on the gay relationship between Jackie and Tinashe. Now, I want you to listen to me and listen to me carefully. When I say Jackie and Tinashe, I want you to understand in the course of this conversation, that's how I'm going to address J. Israel. They call him Jackie back home, because I want them to know that I have excavated a lot of information about them. And Tinashe is Prof X. Okay, so that's what we're going to do as I bring to you an inside info. I've been telling you, and I'm going to bring more information as time goes on about the gay relationship, gay sexual relationship between Jackie and Tinashe. I told them before, I'm not going to let you go. You're going to go down, both of them.
I really do not know what he excavated or what he dug to find out of all the things that he was talking about. But I have a question. He claims to be a journalist. He claims to have qualified to be a journalist. But I dismiss all that. I don't even think he attended any academic institution and he was ever accredited or certified to be a professional journalist because professional journalism lacks in this brother called Solomon. He's filled with hate and he's just out there seeking to destroy. He just wants to paint bad images of people. That's why he was arrested sometime and by Alf Lukau. Because if Alf Lukau takes you to court, Alf Lukau is a false prophet. I've called him out several times. That resurrection pastor. If he can win a case against Solomon, Solomon who was exposing Alf Lukau, is because Solomon, what he was saying about Alf Lukau were all lies. He had he did not have anything of substance to back up his claims that he was talking about Alf Lukau. That's why Alf Lukau had the power and the leverage to take him to court. And when he took him to court, he was taken to prison. He spent about 20 days in prison simply because what he was talking about Lukau were all lies. That's the nature of Solomon. He lies. He creates stories. So how do you back yourself up in court when you have been lying about this person? Even though Lukau is a false prophet, how are you going to defend yourself against him if you expose him with lies? If I come here and then I expose Lukau, I'm going to expose him with the truth. I'm not going to come up with my own stories just to make my story strong. No, I'll expose the truth that I know, the truth that is out there. But this guy called Solomon lied entirely about this brother called Lukau. Lukau is a certified false prophet, charlatan of the highest note. But if you are to attack these people, if you are to expose these people, if you want to bring meaning to these exposures, do it with the truth. You can never balance the truth with lies because lies will always come back to haunt you. And I'm forever ready, as you see me right now, to face any charlatan, illegally or in any way. I'm ready, I'm prepared. And I will go down with anyone because I know what I'm standing for and I know what I'm telling is the truth. I want you to continue listening to the allegations of this man called Solomon.
These people live a very sinful and immoral lifestyle behind the scene, addicted to drugs, alcohol, addicted to women and men. They swing both ways. So just so you know, and there's more coming on this whole gay exposure of these people. There's more coming. I'm a journalist. I have my sources. I'm a journalist. I have my sources. But we cannot stand down and watch this, guys. If you think I don't know you from Gweru, from Harare, back in Harare, well, brace yourself. Brace yourself. Your deep down secrets are coming out. So go brace yourself and begin to create false accusations against me, because that's part of your job. That's who you are. What a horrible life to live, Jackie and Tinashe. What a horrible life. They keep deceiving people that they are family, unknowing to you, to a lot of people. They are sleeping with each other. And they would once in a while post their girlfriends just so they can masquerade it. They're living in a horrible hell. I feel so sorry for them. J. Israel and Tinashe, they're gay. Yeah, sometimes they tend to show they're bisexual. But their time is up soon. Time is up soon and now. To all these gay lovers, scamming people, blackmailing people up and down, and they go behind and laugh and think they're smart, your days are numbered.
There's only one question that I have. I want to teach him investigative journalism. And I know you're watching me. There's one thing I want to ask you. Who are your sources? Who is bringing you information? This has proven to me that almost everything that you have ever spoken about were lies. This is enough evidence that you have never spoke the truth about these people that you have been claiming to expose. So the question again is, who are your sources? Who has been feeding you with this information? I mean information about me. If you can think, I'm going to give you this opportunity to think. Because if you took information from the people that claimed J. Israel was sick, J. Israel was hospitalized, J. Israel was dead, and you brought it as facts, you believed it. If that's how you generate your information, or if that's how you depend on your sources without verifying information, it means you need to put this thing of exposing people aside, because you're going to create chaos. You're not qualified for this job. This is not for you. Take a seat, take a back seat, just observe and stop lying to the general public. Which brings me back to my own person. Who gave you information about me? I'm not asking you this because I do not know who gave you. Because now the risk of you coming out to say you were set up, it just exposes how desperately seeking for gist you are. And that takes away the professionalism. That makes you a charlatan as well, a certified charlatan. So who gave you this information? Who has been giving you information about me? Do you know who has been giving you that information? And I have watched your videos, I have been watching them, and I've been quiet. It's only now that I'm responding because I've been vindicated. It's only now I'm responding that because your lies now are all collaborated. It's now easy to expose your lies. You do owe me an apology, brother. All those things you said about me are not true. Everything you brought to the public about me is not true. There is nothing that you can prove of all those things. Whoever gave you that information was setting you up. You were being set up, but because you were desperate, you were hungry to bring me down, you were hungry to shoot me down, you were waiting for my downfall, you fell for it. I'll connect the dots for you, and I'll bring you to the conclusion of what played in this entire game. Because the information that you were bringing, it was coming from someone who wanted to put you down, someone who wanted to trap you as well. And that person wanted to turn you against me so that I become your enemy. But I don't see you as an enemy. I just see you as someone who needs help. Serious help. That's what you need. You're probably possessed. There are demons in you that you are not aware of. What you need is deliverance from the spirit of lying, spirit of misrepresenting facts, the spirit of hatred. You need to take your time. You are nowhere near being a believer of Christ. You are nowhere near being a child or a disciple of Christ. You do not have those attributes. You belong to a kingdom of charlatans. That's what you really are, brother. So you are a certified charlatan, a certified one. The reason why he also hates me, because I put an end. The reason why Solomon do not put his banking details on his platforms today is because of me. The reason why Solomon is not asking for money from people today is because of me. I was against all that nonsense because that made him prove that he was a charlatan. That set a tone of no differentiation between him and charlatans. He came and then he collected money from people when he was being sued by Alf Lukau. He never gave an account of that money. He never told the public what he used that money for. He came, he exaggerated all those figures. He collected nearly 60,000 rands. People contributed for his cause. But when the time came for him to be accountable, he never told the people what he used that money for. He scammed the gullibles. And up to now, he has not explained to his people what he used that money for. And when I came and then I exposed all those things, the brother started disliking me, started creating stories, fabricated stories about me. This is not about me. Like you asked, you wanted to know the background history of the beef between these two brothers. Well, I will jump into it in the next episode. I just thought I should do this episode prior so that we can separate between the good ones and the bad ones, the charlatans and the non-charlatans. This Solomon brother is no different to the Nigerian charlatans that are parading as prophets, to the Ghanaian charlatans that are parading as prophets, to the Zimbabwean charlatans, South African charlatans, and all other charlatans around the globe. He is not different to them. They were all cut from the same cloth. With that being said, I'm out.